welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast. Today we have a really funny thing to do for you guys. So here we go. Here's the high octane action and lovable cast members that you've all become accustomed to on this glorious podcast of ours. On this podcast that spans sea to shining sea. We have Hippocrit.
Hey, it's me.
Tom.
Hey, it's me.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk like this, which is our normal voice, and then every once in a while, when we want to make a funny joke, then we'll just scream really loud, and then that translates into us being happy and / or energetic, and that will mean that the show is better because more energetic is better. It's not about having interesting things to say, and you know when you're naturally passionate about a topic, then you will just get loud because you have a lot of things to say, and because
the raw volume is what determines the interest, not the energy behind that volume. So just crank up your gain, and that's how you make a good podcast.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, today's topic is podcasts. That's what we're talking about.
Speaking of podcasts, last week my intro was Topic Sky Committee. Rhymes with shitty, and that's my new topic here again. Nate's not here. You may have noticed Nate's not here, and when Nate's not here, everything falls apart. Everyone like their mind control ceases. Like their eyes are turned to normal from their like all black and red state, and they start looking around and they start to unbuckle their chains, and they think, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Yeah.
So we're doing podcasts, a topic none of us have any passion for or even like know how to tackle. What can we talk about? Podcasts, podcasts that we like. Just go to like a list of podcasts that we like. Oh, that's really fucking funny. Here, I'm gonna do that for you. Revolutions. Hello, Internet. There you go. Those are the two podcasts that I listen to.
Fucking Cox and Crendor and them. Podcasts. They're bad, and I don't like them. And this is also a bad one. And you know why this is also a bad one? It's because, and I actually remember like the very first podcast, like Pro Crastinators podcast discussion of like what it should be. We were discussing this at the very, very, very beginning.
Oh, that's history.
It is some history.
That would be fucking cool.
Because Ben was like pushing for the podcast to have a topic, like a theme, like a thing that we would do, and every week we would do a thing. And Nate was like, no, it's okay, we can just turn our like conversations that we have all the time in the chat into a topic. We just talk about any topic. And that eventually won. And so the Procrastinators podcast became topics of any type that we were talking about. And that has been like the curse. If only we'd listened to Ben. If only we'd listened to Ben and made the show something that you could it could stay fresh by having like a structure to it.
Right.
And
central theme
a structure that was flexible and not just completely dictated by weird-ass segments that we tap on at the very end. So here's what the structure of the PCP is right now. You got the intro, you got the Urban Dictionary reading every single time. You got that every single time. Then you got the actual topic for an hour, and then at the end, just shit that I assume everyone tunes out for because I tune out for it. Because what is it? It's just being like, oh wow, look at this fan art, it's really good. Thank you. Look at these themes, they're really good.
I kind of like that part. I like the fan interaction. I like building the community. That's always good. I mean, dude, some of the fan art's been fucking sick. Like the mage stuff has been dope as fuck.
It has been, but like as an audio pod, as a segment in a podcast, it's sort of like, I don't know, feels. I mean, it is obligatory. Like I would react nicely to it normally, but like to have to voice it in a podcast makes it sort of weird, to me anyway.
To have to come up with something just like for the sake of coming up for something for the segment, then it just means automatically it means that we're forcing ourselves to say something. Like for a lot of like fan art, I like it a whole bunch, and I'm glad that it exists. But it's not like we need to have an entire hour-long segment dedicated. This is why are we doing this right now? Okay, podcasts. Do we have anything to say about podcasts?
Well, I mean, I guess the interesting thing about podcasts is, like, podcasts started way back in, like, 2003, like, the early 2000s. They started doing podcasts just because it was an efficient way with, like, internet speeds and stuff at the time to do long-form content. This was, like, pre-YouTube, like, being able to do long-format video. So like podcasts were just an efficient way of like going through iTunes and going through RSS and stuff, of getting like radio style content on demand through the internet. You know, it was a medium that was defined by like technical limitations at the time. You know, like iPods back then, because that's what the name podcast came from, was putting them on your iPod. It was like a broadcast on your iPod, whatever. Was because they only did audio. You couldn't watch a video on an iPod. You didn't have internet connection at the time on your iPod. It was a different time back in 2002, people. But obviously as technology evolved and shit, like podcasts kind of became sort of antiquated. You know, now we just like we throw a video up on YouTube that you can or cannot watch, you know, depending on how autistic you are. And it still functions as the same thing because that's just what the format is. But like the limitation no longer has to be there. People do hour-long video podcasts you can stream and watch or whatever. But the interesting thing is like we're kind of like there's a bunch of people I watch. Like there's a podcast, Gary V's podcast, which I watch a lot and listen to, I suppose. And he's talking about, and I think it makes a lot of sense, that like audio is making a big comeback now because like there's so much shit online right now, and people are just like super busy that like podcasts now, even though it's not a technical constraint anymore, people value time and the ability to multitask. And like we talk about this all the time, like we put on a podcast in the background while we're doing something else. You know, that's something you can't do with a video. So what started as like a technical limitation is now like a convenience thing, because like we're so bombarded with media and like I want to play this video game while doing this, while doing that. Well, now podcasts allow you to do.
I felt like that for a while, but I feel like that's like a trap mindset. Like if you're trapped at work, like, and you're doing a 9 to 5, you know when you have to leave, then it's probably okay. But like if you're a person who can so I feel like this is a sort of thing, like if you put on a video of any length, you feel like you want to watch it to the end, and you're like, okay, I need a break, I need a lunch break, so I'm gonna go get some lunch, and I'm gonna watch a video, and it's like 20 minutes long, and you finish eating after like 6 minutes, and then you're watching a video for like 14 minutes longer than you wanted to have a break for. And I feel like podcasts, for me, for a long time, was just like, well, I'm watching it, I haven't got to the end of it yet. I got to finish it before I can do anything else to do with audio, and it's terrible. It's the worst thing that I've ever. I've cut out most podcasts out of my life because of this reason. Like it's like a multitasking thing, but only for people who do the most menial of tasks.
I resonate with that a lot, but I feel like I have more space in my heart for podcasts. For stuff like videos, where it's like, I mean, the most common example is Did you would always talk about how Monkey's podcast was perfect, or not podcast, Nuzlocke was perfect for lunches because he could eat a sandwich in the meantime while he watched it. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But actually doing it for like any video above like 20 minutes. I've actually been doing this a lot, funnily enough, with Digi videos, where I've turned on one of the Bloodborne Let's Plays he's doing with May, and then I'll eat the Chipotle, and I'll either do it really slowly so I can trick myself into thinking that I'm maximizing my time by, like, finishing the burrito, like, a couple minutes before it ends, or just eat it, like, normal, and then just be like, well, I've already started this video. It has 16 more minutes, but you know, I've already started, so I just want to continue. But like podcasts, I think are great because I don't really video edit a lot, so I don't really have anything to work with audio a lot of the time. So I can just draw and put it on a podcast, and it is of little effect to me.
Yeah, it's good for people who don't have to work with audio.
I also think there's something to say about how my brain has been permanently altered and I am a new type, and my brain does not function the same way that I think you guys might, where it just, due to the fact that I've always grown up on the internet and there's always been 1,000 things to do at once, I feel like I'm, like, constantly, if I'm not doing 2 things at once, my life is being wasted. And I know that that's a complete... Like that's not true at all.
It's not.
And in fact, you should just be focused on one thing at all. But it's just like a social thing that's been hammered into me, and my brain can no longer work. And like right now, I'm just rocking back and forth, looking at my Audacity, and I'm also like scrolling through Twitter right now at the same time because I'm fucking broken, and I'm a media's creation.
That is not a new type thing. That is something everybody, I think, deals with at some point. If they get used to being able to do 2 things at once, kind of. Like I know a lot of us who are like in the PCP have talked about like being unable to play a game without listening to a podcast. Like, if there's not a new podcast, I'm not playing any more Dark Souls. I need something to listen to. I've heard Digi say that. I've kind of felt like that sometimes, but I don't like it because I don't know. It's just it feels like it's fake. It's like cheating. It's like not real. Podcasts and Let's Plays and like video content where you're listening to other people, if they're not like incredibly interesting, it's usually just like a surrogate friendship chat, I'm just hanging out with my friends, they're speaking, they're making funny noises, and I'm going hey hey, and I'm playing video games. I'm just like in the room with them playing video games, and I'm like, it's not a fix for actual human interaction and like relationship building. It's sort of like a, what do you call it? Like a thing.
A quick, like a get rich quick on friendship high.
Yeah, like a high. And it's, I feel like the ideal is to never listen to anything like that, if you can avoid it. But people sort of sink into that sort of lifestyle, and they can't help but like listen to and watch millions of hours of people talking about stuff. And I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's a good thing you should do, because if you do it too much, you think that's all you need because it's the high, it's the fix. If it sort of prevents you from realizing that you have a lack of like, if you do actually have a lack of like human interaction in your life, you sort of dull that sense by listening to all this stuff. And then occasionally you'll remember, oh yeah, I'm really lonely, and you'll explode.
There's just so many problems inherent to the idea of a personality-driven show. From the point of the producer to the voice actor to the consumer, it's just a riddle, like a medium riddled with problems. Where, okay, I listen to a lot of podcasts, admittedly, but they're only podcasts that I feel like have a point and enrich my life in a number of ways. I name dropped two at the beginning. Revolutions, which is a history podcast, which has no personality, really. The guy will occasionally crack a joke, but it's mainly just him, reciting history lessons, which I enjoy greatly. And then there's Hello Internet, which is a show admittedly built upon personalities, but the reason I care about the personalities is because they constantly have interesting conversation that are integral to my enjoyment of them as people. I would not really care about CGP Grey or Brady if they were just two, comedy hosts, if they were just there for chuckles and laughs. But the fact that they have genuine, enriching conversations about technology and science and stuff is the reason why I tune into that. And just like having personalities parade around in podcasts or Let's Plays or whatever will, like, okay, on the part of the creator, it will get old fast for them to do. They will not have a direction, so they'll mostly have to flounder. And it's not sustainable anyway, because you only have so many, like, stories and relatable points to mine from the coal pit that is your soul to parade around, to the point where after you've done, like, a year or two of that content, you'll be all tapped out on, well, I've already told this story, I've already showed this part of my personality, I've already done this gimmick for them. So you just have to flip out, retarded shit that you don't actually care about, but you just want to phone in, sort of like a podcast topic, something like that, some sort of, like, meta commentary such as that. And then on the point of the consumer, again, like what you said, Hippo, it's just, arbitrarily filling in the space of a real friend. I don't know how many times I've, my Let's Plays to hanging out with real friends ratio is horribly skewed, and I've never gotten the same amount of amusement or joy I've gotten out of listening to a Let's Play as opposed to just inviting my friends over and playing Smash. Those memories that I have with my actual real friends are greater than any enjoyment I've ever gotten out of Let's Play in my entire fucking life. So why do I do it? Because it's easy. Because sometimes I don't want to deal with having people over. Sometimes I don't want to clean up my room. I just want to sit around in the darkness. I want to watch a Let's Play. It's disgusting. It's horrible. It gives me nothing. The personalities on display in most Let's Plays are not inherently interesting. Game Grumps was good because they occasionally had really in-depth conversation. And it might not be, like the most high-mind conversation, but it was conversation that you cared about. The Nickelodeon Gut stuff is not just funny because it's John and Aaron making goofy noises. It's funny because it's relatable and you've had those experiences before in your life. And it's interesting to hear, people get mad at one another. It's interesting because of the things that the personalities are talking about, not just because the personalities are speaking inherently, which is what we're doing right now. We're just washed up personalities who were funny and who were cool and people liked listening to because they watched old PCP topics and they're like, oh man, I love this funny fucking one where they keep referencing the Wake Me Up song by whatever that band is, or I like this one where they talk about all the memes that need to die and almost all of them are not memes, mixed with the really fucked up weird editing style. I liked all of those things because they were interesting topics. Those were interesting things that people wanted to hear about. Those were things that people were like, oh yeah, I like these personalities because they're talking about this topic, and this topic is integral to their work, their social life, and something that they've talked about before, so they have a lot of interesting things to say. But nowadays, it's just like, oh, what do we do? We're gonna pull up the document. Oh wow, look at all these topics. They're all one noun, and this one noun we have to talk about for an entire hour. And 1 hour specifically, and even if you're, you've somehow gotten a lucky one, and you want to go over 1 hour, or if it's something that you actually want to talk about, but no one else has approached the topic from the same angle as you, so you've just been waiting, itching to say your actual point that you've been waiting for the entire thing. Oh, no, 1 hour. All right, everyone stop. It's 1 hour. We got to turn the thing in. It's baked. It's good. It's done. Just push it out. It's over. It's a podcast topic. Yeah, it's really fucking funny. What do I say about podcasts? I've said all that.
Yep.
What else? What else?
You've said all the things. Do you remember the fucking horse cuss? Do you remember the good old days when the pony boys would jump into a call and talk about nothing? That was fun.
It's so... The Horsecast. I've actually re-listened to all of the Horsecast recently for my own nefarious purposes. Type into YouTube, Ham N-O-I-Z. Type in that to YouTube and you'll find a secret item hidden behind the wall. But anyway, I've listened to all the Horsecast recently, and it's kind of jarring, not only to see how everyone's personality has changed, but also to hear them make like allusions to like friendship and like, playing video games or like watching anime or like, speaking.
Yeah. It's so much more clinical now. Back then, it was like we didn't have conversations in person. Those were like the first times we were talking audibly to each other, and that it was just It's so weird. It's so weird, and I don't like where we are right now.
And it's a product of our own design. It's of our own design that this is the case. Because there's no reason why we have to have one noun topics. It's not even like we had one noun topics throughout the entirety of this show. There were some things that were just like broad topics that we just, switch in and out of. Back in the early days, people liked that we went off topic and we branched out from one topic to another. Because, that's how conversations work. That's how real-life interaction works, is you talk about one thing, and then you talk about for as long or as little as you want, because there's no reason to pad out time or to reduce the amount of time to make a concise YouTube video. You just talk about it for as long as you want to. And you know what? Talking for things as long as you want to, usually interesting. Because usually when things aren't interesting, and you don't want to just talk about bullshit for longer than you need to, because you don't have time for that. Because you're pretty busy and just want to say what you want to, and what you want to say is usually cool because you're saying it and you're a cool person. There's no reason to talk about things for an hour specifically. That just was the case for old topics. We talking something like around an hour and a half. We'll just make that the normal. Let's make that every single episode, because that makes sense. Because guarantee you, we can talk about podcast for an hour. We jumped into this medium. I've never even the Pro Crastinators podcast was like the first podcast I ever really listened to. I guess the Horsecast technically, but you guys were the only podcast I had listened to, and up until like a year ago, maybe even though it's like 9 months ago, I branched out to other stuff, Revolution, Tillo, Internet, other shit like that. You guys were the first. So what? Like I don't. It's not like you even have a history with podcasts. It's not like, oh, well, in my childhood I used to watch the Bumfuck podcast all the time. No, you guys were the pod. If we're doing an episode about podcasts, let's talk about you guys, because you guys are the only podcast that I listen to. And what has happened? Why? Why is it like this? I was a fan. I was a fan of the PCP, and I loved it with all my heart. I was in the fan chat. I prowled on every single day, and now I'm here, and why have you besmirched me in this way? I wanted to be like the Horsecast. That's why I'm fucking here. It was just like, oh, I love these guys. Oh, I love what they're doing. They're so interesting. I've never heard these opinions before in my life.
Here's why. It's because, due to various, happenings of life, we talked about so much stuff in the Discord, or the Skype rather. We talked for so long about so many things, and we started to have podcast things where we would elaborate on what we were saying in the chat. And we did that so much that we stopped having things to say to each other that weren't like fresh news, like new things that were going on. We knew each other so well through what we had said that there was nothing new to talk about. And now every week we have to shuffle on into this gross little gray room and look over
oh my God.
the topic list and be like, do you have anything to say about that? I've never heard any of you talk about this topic, but maybe everyone will have something to say.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think it's because like now that it's like expected to come out every week, that there's like money involved, and it's like, oh, we got to make a podcast, we have a product to make, as opposed to like, I mean, I was never on the Horsecast, but like the Horsecast was more spontaneous. There was no schedule for the Horsecast; it just kind of happened, All
right, let me blow your fucking brains, friends. PCP obviously comes out once we because not to make it sound too cynical, like we're trying to pull a fast one on you, or like we don't give a shit about anything. But that's what's good for business. That's what makes sense and is concise and good for algorithm. Is it comes out once a week, and people just like regularity. People just like having things come out on a regular time because it brings familiarity to their life, and it just is an overall good thing to do if you want the podcast to grow. Which who wouldn't want the podcast to go? You want to build your business, and also you want to meet more people with the content that you create. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. That's not the way that things have to be. And you may think, oh, but of course, having a regular schedule will of course make the podcast successful. Well, here's the thing. The Hello Internet podcast is notorious for never coming out on time, and has like unbelievably diverse windows of release. Sometimes they'll come out 2 in a single week. Sometimes it'll be like an entire month before one release. And you may think, well, just because the fact that they have interesting conversation and they wait to record each podcast until they have something to say, and they make everything actually interesting, and they wait until they have points to discuss. Just because they do that doesn't mean it'll be successful, because they aren't doing it right. They aren't releasing it every week. They're making $4,000 per episode. $4,000. $4,062. Sorry.
Hello Internet is a masterful show because it is clearly like it does the same thing that we used to do, which is we were talking about something in the chat and be like, let's do a podcast about this, let's hash it out in depth and record it. And that was the initial idea. And they do that, but they do it, whenever they actually have anything to say. And it works so well because those guys have such chemistry through like their interactions. It's just 2 guys. It's the best.
It's so great. And the thing to actually like talk about the podcast topic a little bit here, just a tiny little bit to satiate you. A lot of the reason why I like Hello Internet, which is interesting to me, is that there's no cursing on Hello Internet. There's no apparent jokes. There's no real wet comedy. It's just like 2 people who are nice, upstanding, like normal citizens, just speaking to one another about their experiences. Who they are content creators. They speak about some of the same stuff that we talked about a long time ago, but they just do it without cursing or making themselves weird targets of drama or like weird social pariahs. They don't curse. They don't do weird shit. they just talk like normal, and they have interesting points about like technology and the state of humanity, space travel. These are just upstanding citizens, and they're living the high life. They go on trips all the time, and they turn and they have interesting things to say about the trips. It's all perfect. CGP Grey is literally my ideal life, but I literally cannot live the CGP Grey life anymore. I didn't think of this a lot recently. I cannot run for president. I don't want to run for president, but I could not. I could not have any political office because I've done this show and I've said the N-word a lot. I cannot do that anymore. My life is so limited by my own design. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted my life to be. And now that it's here, I realize, I don't have to scream. I don't have to make jokes. I don't have to curse. I don't have to be edgy. I don't have to do any of those things. But this is what I wanted, and this is the life that I have now.
It's like growing up, dude. Like, you fucking realize that, like, I don't have to, like, put on airs and shit. I can just be who I want to be. The thing,
my life would be better for it.
The thing that, like, I've noticed about, I guess, our dynamic and shit is, like, the topics are very forced because, like, we have this list and we have to do one topic. I always felt that the PCP is in this interesting, like, middle ground of, like, the two extremes that I think are make for a more successful podcast. Like, the podcasts that I like the most are either podcasts that are a single topic and it's exploring that topic in depth in each episode. So, like, I listen to, like, a podcast called Pro Blogger, and, like, most of the podcasts I listen to are just, like, to get information. But, like, Pro Blogger is about blogging. Every episode's about blogging, and it just explores a different aspect of that. So, like, there's always a singular kind of, like, cohesive concept behind the entire show. So you go in knowing exactly what you're going to get, and the people who do the show have a direction every episode. They always know, like, okay, there's one big meta topic that drives this entire production. So there's never any, like, doubt or confusion as to what are we going to talk about this week. It's like blogging, obviously, but how, right? And then the other end of the spectrum is, like, when it's personality driven. It's just, like, whatever the people are passionate about, and, like, not trying to, like, have it be focused on one, like, topic for that episode. We're in the middle where we have one topic, but there's no cohesion behind it. Like, we don't just dissect, like, a big meta topic. It's just, like, it's like the worst of both sides kind of, like, combined, and that's what we're doing.
Like, on the other side is, like, something like the Dick Show, where it initially was like he had, like, a gimmick where he was trying to find a co-host, but then it's like morphed into just occasionally talking about Maddox drama, and then Dick being mad about stuff that happened throughout the week. And there's always something to be mad about, so he has, like, an endless well that he can pull from to make big rants, and then he has people on. It's just like, it's a show about him, and it's a show about how mad he gets at the world.
Right.
And that's all it needs to be. There's never a topic on anything. And then, on the other side, there's...
Jesus.
There's stuff like the fucking Pod-D-cast, Chibi Barkers, the Ghibli cast, the Pony cast, Arm Retrieval. All those are way better than the Pro Crastinators podcast because they have
points.
They have
a reason to exist because they're talking about things.
Exactly.
Because every episode you're like, what's the weird topic they're gonna reel out this time? Oh, they're just gonna continue what they're talking about because they have more stuff to say on it. They're just going through a show. They're going through a webcomic. They want to talk. It has a point. It has a reason to exist. The PCP is ostensibly a show about us, right? It's about the hosts. Like, no one comes here. Not a single soul has clicked on this episode thinking, oh, wow, I really like podcasts. I can't wait to see these people talk about podcasts. I'm really excited for this kind of guys. No, they all come here because they're like, I remember Ben saying, I remember Jesus.
you nearly
Our
said
best guest
Jesse.
ever.
I nearly said Jesse. Oh no! And then I was like, ooh, I sweat, I can't say that. And then I did. But anyway, the point is that we to make the show make sense, it would be Hello Internet. It would be the life and times of an internet creator and the stuff we go through working day and out. The steps we've taken in our careers and in our personal lives.
Okay.
What it's like to be an internet person.
Here's the
but
problem,
instead we've taken
dude.
this weird, awful topic system that makes no sense.
But here's the thing, and this is the second thing that I was going to bring up, because we're talking about, the old PCP and the Horsecast would be continuations of what we talk about in the chat. I don't read the chat anymore because every time I look at the chat, it's always cynical, negative bullshit, and I don't feel like reading it. Every time someone posts something, it's complaining about a YouTuber or complaining about something or shitting on something, and I don't want to hear about that. I don't care.
I completely agree with you, Tom. Every time that I tune in here, it's just like a wall of text. It's just like message upon message of oh, the YouTube industry fucking sucks. Oh, everyone's just here to make a buck. Oh, it makes no sense. Oh, it's all just a bunch of shit. And I don't want to hear about that because I love the internet.
Right.
I like making internet content. I like being here. Sure, there's reasons to get grumpy. In the Horsecast, everyone talking about all the way doing the chat is just making fun of YouTubers. But that was kind of fun because they were all making content themselves and they all referenced the contents they made themselves. And it was just a fun time. And that's part of the life and times of a content creator. It's talking about the other creators in your space, so it made sense. But now it's just non-stop cynicalness. It's just non-stop, oh, everyone sucks but us. Even though, what are we doing? What is this right now? Oh, is this really a paragon of what YouTube should be? Is this what's happening right now? I'm literally gonna get kicked off the podcast. This episode's gonna air, and I'm literally gonna be kicked off right now.
Do you not like me, Munchie?
No.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this, but I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know. If you realized, Ben, but you've been caught in a trap. You've been caught in a catch. This is not the podcast episode. This is the disillusionment with the PCP episode.
Oh my god! Yes, thank God. I'm so glad I didn't miss it.
Yeah.
Well,
We're talking right now. We're talking about how the topic system makes no sense, and how we're ostensibly a personality-driven show, but we pick topics that do not accentuate our personalities whatsoever. And there's no sense for us to cynically pick topics that none of us have an interest in, like podcasts.
Well, what do personality-driven shows talk about?
Stuff like Hello Internet, where they talk about the stuff that's happened, in their lives. Anecdotes, stuff that's been on their mind, stuff that might not cleanly fit into a 1-hour window, stuff that just might, be casual conversation that the others can build upon.
You know what? I mean, do we even have that much happening in our real lives?
Yeah, and Ben, and you know where me and you talk about that is Rare Fergus Cop Killers. The YouTube videos are constant, wall to wall shit that has happened in our lives, and it's all fucking interesting because we pick our topics carefully, and they all don't have to fit into a sensible time period.
It is peak content. You know what? I mean, sometimes the topic system yields good results.
Sometimes, but not right now. Not this time.
I fucked up and slept through the PCP today. So, I mean, you guys have been, I'm here to save the show because you guys have been floundering with only 3 guys. But I'm here. I'm a breath of fresh air. I'm here with my rude tude and my radical leftism. Just to spice things up a little bit. Did you guys hear about that? There's 10 genders now, and they're all male. Yeah, that's a meme. Hey, whoa, haha. Patreon.com/PenSane. I'm sorry. I'll see myself out. It's been a pleasure, everyone.
Let's just do a Horsecast. Let's just stop doing this. Let's just do a Horsecast where we just talk about things that we care about. And that's happened before in our lives in the past week.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things that happen to me that I don't talk about on podcasts, but I talk about on my Patreon people thing.
I mean,
there's adventures that are being had.
Ben, you've moved. You're in a completely different city now.
Oh God, Look, that's all bound up in some shit that I don't want to talk about ever.
Well, fine.
About the moving. My house. I'm in a sick house. It's pretty great.
Where are you?
I'm real happy to be back in Boston.
Are you back in the monkey house?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am in Monkey House. Although we don't. Okay. Actually, this is interesting and frustrating to me. I come back to Monkey House only for them to tell me that they don't call it Monkey House anymore. And
what?
I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so just last night, I finally popped the question. I finally was like, all right, guys, when did it stop being Monkey? Apparently now, for a while, it was Beijing House, and now it's Wheelhouse, which,
dude,
I don't know. I'll never.
Why was it called Monkey House in the first place?
Well, it was because when my friend found shit, I shouldn't use people's real names. When he found the house and like got a bunch of people that wanted to move into it, we made a Facebook chat group to discuss the move, and someone set the automatic like button. Someone changed the like button so that it was a monkey face, and so we became Monkey House. and then his dad, who is a printmaker, he brought over this little print of 6 different monkeys, and he took out like a fucking power drill and used these giant bolts and like bolted this tiny thing into the wall, and there were 6 of us, so we were 6 monkeys, hence Monkey House. But anyway, a lot of shit went down while I was gone. Like, there were a lot of like kind of weird and or somewhat scary people lived here. Because while I was gone, there was an empty.
Scary.
I mean, at least one of them was a drug dealer. I can't remember. Someone. Okay, the place got trashed. One of our former roommates and possibly his girlfriend, who, weirdly enough, I matched with that girl on Tinder the other day, and it was a very awkward exchange because she recognized me. Well, she asked me, "Do we know each other?" And I was like, "Do we?" And then I realized, because she has a butterfly tattoo on her leg, and I remembered it, and I was like, "You trashed our house."
Oh my god!
Yeah, so that was weird. And she said, I mean, should I talk about what she said? Because it was bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
How she's like? Did she deny this statement?
She, not at first. Like, she was like, "Okay, you, who?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you trashed her house," and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Monkey House," and she's like, "Oh, great," and I was like, "Yeah, man."
She didn't disconnect. She was like, "Oh, great! Like, here it comes."
Yeah. She did not disconnect at that point. I don't know what happened next. You know, I could probably just get it up on my phone, but shit, my battery's dead. The point is, so we were talking about this guy, this ex-guy roommate that used to live with us. He had come back and trashed our house. Apparently, he had put dish soap in a dog bowl.
Oh shit!
Yeah, to like poison, ostensibly to poison a dog. And so I mentioned that to. Oh my god, should we cut her name out?
You mentioned 3 names so far.
Well, this is whatever. First names don't matter. So I mentioned that to, and she's like, oh, a vegan putting dish soap in a dog bowl? Yeah, right. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So she doesn't come out and say it. Eventually, I ask her, like, are you saying that you didn't do it or that he made you do it or something? And she is like, no, I didn't do it. And then she starts she's like, I hope you never date someone who like tries to choke you while you're driving them to work. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about that. And then she's like, listen, he was the love of my life, and I'll never get over this. And I was like, God, leave me alone.
Listen, I was just here
Go
on
away.
Tinder looking to make some friends, and you sir have soured the mood.
Yeah, I was just looking to invite people to my fucking bounce house moon party on Saturday, and you're really bringing me down. Eventually, she was like, "You people are all still haunting me from this situation. I'll never get over this. Just leave me alone." And I was like, I was like, fine. I was like, okay.
You're like the ghost of Christmas past, Ben.
I was like the ghost of
haunting
Christmas
her.
past.
You're just like ghouling over her head.
I mean, I felt bad because she was clearly upset about all this, but also I don't care even a little bit. And that's my story.
Well, she destroyed your house.
Maybe. I mean, she might. She said she didn't, but like she didn't seem to like push that angle, which seems like the angle to push if you got it. I don't know. Anyway, about Monkey House. Turns out that like, all this shit had happened. The house getting trashed, and people coming in and out, and like, people changing, the cast of characters here changing, and finally, I guess it was around like last September when, weirdly enough, it was when one of the original guys who had been there for Monkey House moved back in. And yet, for some reason, this, like, around this time, everyone decided, you know what, this is the end of Monkey House. Monkey House is over. So they had a party that was the end of Monkey House.
The end of Monkey House. Like the end of Ava.
And forever after, it was the end of Monkey House, even though, like, 4 out of the 6 original cast is still here.
Weird.
So I don't know. I don't get it.
What was
the
it
whole
end
saga happened while you were gone.
Like nothing. Like nothing was the end. Like at some point after a bunch of stuff happened and or changed, they were like, I think it's time. I think we should stop calling it Monkey House, and then they just did. And then I come back. It's like, hey, I'm good to be back in Monkey House. I'm 4 out of 6 original cast.
Don't you know about the wars?
Yeah, we're not real anymore. Now we're Wheelhouse because it's a pun. Get it? Because like, oh, that's totally in my wheelhouse, and I'm like, ugh. What a fucking disappointment.
Does it feel good to be back in the area at least?
Yes, it's fucking great, and I missed it.
Dude. I know, bro.
I missed it so much.
Dude, going to Boston has been an absolute delight every single time I've gone. It's been so great.
It is a delight, and yet, let me tell you, on the drive back to Boston, we passed through New York, and it was a little bit like, what's a good analogy? Like, you finally, like, you want something, and you finally get it, but at the same time, you see something else, Like, we drove through Manhattan, and we stopped in Manhattan, and we hung out there for a while at this manga store. And
I can only assume the Econ was with you.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay, all right.
He insisted on this manga store, and he spent, like, hundreds of dollars on manga, which was funny. But we stopped at this manga store, and anyway, the point is that New York was fucking great, and I had thought, like, man, Boston's the best, but then right before we get there, I'm like, wait a minute, New York's pretty good, though. Shit. New York's really expensive, though. I mean, Boston's really expensive, too. But, I don't know, I don't live downtown. The great thing about Boston is you can live on the outskirts. You can live on the outskirts and still be connected. Like, I live in Medford, which is, like, pretty far north, and yet I'm, like, a quick bus ride from, like, the inner Boston area, and then it's, like, a very quick subway trip to the actual, like, central downtown.
Mm-hmm. Everything is, like, you can get every fucking which way in Boston. Even in the brief time that I've been there, I've been at, like, easily, like, almost every stop that's, like, not on the blue line or, like, the orange line.
I mean, if you're...
every stop.
Yeah, if you're on the T, like if you're near the T, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, like nothing will stop you. Especially since like in almost like every stop, you can just like change trains. It doesn't cost you more money to get back.
Yeah. You get on, and then you make as many fucking changes as you. Well, usually only need to change trains once, but yeah.
If
you
get
get
on,
you can change. You can go entirely from like you can ride like 2 entire subway or lines that they're full distance for like $2.50.
You guys sound adorable talking about the trains being like that. When in London, it's like that times 10 in every aspect.
Pshaw, whatever.
You would fucking love to see King's Cross St. Pancras. It is fucking, it's like an airport how big it is. There's like 70 different fucking train stations in one train station.
There should definitely be a Hippo Munchie Power Hour powwow someday. I definitely,
Yeah.
I very much intend to go to England one day, whether you're alive or not. Which fingers crossed.
In London, it's called the Tube, right?
Yeah, the underground, the tube.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Settle down.
I see. No, I see it. It's okay. I'm looking at a map of it right now. I wouldn't say that it puts the tea to shame per se, but
The tea has made me aware of the greatest luxury in life, which is good public transportation. It changes everything about your life irrevocably. Going to Boston, and I mean, like, oh, I can just, like, go downtown and then hang out and then just, like, get back home, and it won't cost me, like, $20 to go there.
Good public transportation is fucking amazing.
The bus in San Diego fucking sucks. The way, like it only has, like, scenic routes, which means you're going to, like, spend, like, $5 to get downtown in, like, 40 minutes to an hour if you're lucky and there's no traffic. It's fucking horrendous.
Okay, so in Atlanta, there's like, alright, I never really spent much time in Atlanta proper, but apparently there is, like, a road that circles Atlanta, and inside this perimeter you are ITP, and outside the perimeter you are OTP.
Whoa.
And, like,
Hey.
yeah. So there's like a difference in kind in terms of, like, how easy it is to get around, or, like, whether anyone wants to hang out with you.
Okay.
Whether you're ITP
if
or
you're
OTP.
you're on the outskirts of reality.
And I was OTP, which was not great. There was a bus that would go into Atlanta, but it would only go in the mornings. You could only catch it a couple times in the mornings, and it was long and bad.
Ben, you sure were in the OTP, but you sure weren't in a OTP. Am I right? High five me. High five me.
I'm extremely uncomfortable right now.
Great. We'll delete that.
No, you're right. High five.
Okay. Let's simmer down.
Wait. I was gonna ask Tom because
wait. I just gotta talk about the Atlanta subway because it's just a cross that runs up and down and left and right, and it's not great. I mean, it's okay. It helps, and like, Atlanta is not. It's less sprawling than Boston, I think. So, like, I think for Atlanta it works pretty okay. You can get anywhere. There's just not as many places to get. But the bus system is kind of bad and confusing, and Boston has very good buses. They go all over the fucking place, and they run all the fucking time. It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. So speaking of, like, moving around, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the deal with you?
Are you
at
still
the moment?
going to be living in a car? Is that still a thing that's going to be about your life?
Yes, that is happening.
Great.
Probably within the next week or so. I think I'm gonna, like, stay here for the 4th, and then gone.
This has been, like, coming. Like, I've been hearing about this eventuality for, like, a long time, over a year.
Well,
it's about damn time, Tom.
I kind of agree. No, the thing is that, like, there's a lot of, like, family conflict going on, and I'm not going to get too deep into it, but just know that it's been threatened multiple times that the house will be sold by X date, and then I go into a panic, trying to get everything set up and ready to go, and then the date comes, and nothing has happened, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I just, like, lost a decade off my life for no reason then, and then, like, a few months after that, a new date will be presented, and I'll have to, like, redo the whole thing over and over again. But this time, it's really gonna be real. And
is it?
Yeah. So I bought my car. I got my shit packed up, and it's gonna be an adventure. So I plan on first going where Digi is. We're just gonna hang out for a bit and just shoot the shit and, like, be bros for real. And that'll be interesting.
I guess I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm gonna be around in the area, so we should all.
You want to come for the fireworks on the 4th?
Maybe. I don't know if I know I'm, like, grilling stuff with my dad on the 4th.
I'm hanging out with Munchie. Can I say
Kazzy?
someone's name?
Kazi?
Yes. Okay, I didn't know if it was okay to say anything. Yeah.
I'm not in control of who speaks her name and who doesn't.
Oh wait, Nate talks about Michelle on here. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, I got nervous because I fucked up and said real names before. Kazi's coming, and Digi's May.
Kazi, which is her real name, of course.
That's what I assume.
Shut up. I know her real name. I don't even know your real name, Munchie.
Everyone knows my real name. I don't know what I was supposed to say about that, but later.
Anyway, I saw the fireworks on the Charles Bridge a couple years ago, and it was really great, and we're gonna do it again. It's gonna be fun. And hopefully this time the smoke from the fireworks won't blow right over our faces and choke us and make us gag.
That sounds
I'm so jealous.
unpleasant, but I will try and make it. Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm so fucking jealous. I would love to do that. Also, what I'm also envious of is Ben. You are going to be able to play Pokemon Go for real this time. You're going to be able to go to fucking Boston Common and play on Community Day. Do you understand the magnitude of being able to play in an area with real people?
Yeah, that's going to be way sick. That's going to be way fucking sick, dude.
I was not prepared for the community of Boston because the community of San Diego there's like a few people. Some of them raid. Basically, no one raids. And even when you do raid, no one talks to one another. They're all just huddled. They're all looking at their phones. No one's looking up. No one's saying hello. But in Boston, first of all, you meet unbelievable caricatures. And then also everyone, even the normal people, are just talking to everyone. Everyone's super friendly. Everyone's having a good time. They're just become like big groups that go on raiding adventures for like the entire day together. It's great.
I feel like I've missed out on quality PCP like lore bonding by dropping off the Pokemon Go bandwagon. I feel like I need to get back on that.
I have too. The only times I have really Pokemon Go'd is when I did a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I only did it at RadCon and Arm Retrieval Con.
It's pronounced Pokemon went in that.
Oh, yeah. I went for a bit, but now I'm not going anymore.
Tom, wait a minute. Are you not in the separate chat we made for Pokemon Go, the separate Discord server that we've been talking in exclusively?
Wait, I'm not.
Clearly, no.
Wait, send me the fucking link.
Not really, you fucking idiots.
Oh, God, shit.
Dude, we should fucking make like a chat like.
I'm doing that right now. I'm literally in the process of doing it right now.
Because I have also been getting into Pokemon. It's really just like the update that added trading and friends lists, and now it's like great that I can see people playing the game in some sort of way and be like,
I'm gonna download
all over the world
right now. I'm getting it.
Dude, I'm about to post my friend code in chat right fucking now. There's nothing you can do to stop me. All you fucking babies are just like, oh, Munchie's playing Pokemon Go. Oh, I'll jump on the bandwagon when I'm the pioneer. I'm the first person to ever click on Pokemon Go.
I was there. I fucking downloaded Pokemon Go illegally before it was out in the UK because I wanted to play it so much.
How did you do that?
I googled it. There was a way to download it onto like a USB and then download it into your phone from the computer, and then activate it in a secret way, but then it became the real game anyway. I don't know how it works, but I still have that.
Did your account transfer over?
It did. So I was managing... I was like the only person... Well, not the only person. There's clearly a few other people who were playing, but like for a few weeks, I was the only person I could see playing Pokemon Go, and I was always looking out for like, who else has done the cheat? Who else has done the secret cheat to get this game before anyone else? And I don't think anyone else I met was.
After some time, we can hang out. We can play Pokemon Go together. Maybe we can get a group together, and then we should do fucking Pokemon Go as the topic.
Oh, of course. We were actually thinking about doing that today, but you were like, it was originally just going to be me, Tom, and Hippo, and Tom hasn't really played a lot of Pokemon Go, and me and Hippo have said a lot about Pokemon Go already, but I would love to do Pokemon Go episode someday. I think that would be... Because I have a lot to say about that. It's kind of weird how disharmonious our relationship with Pokemon Go has been, because we all started at the same time when the game first came out. Then you, Ben, and Hippo kept playing for a couple extra months, like a pretty long time after everyone else stopped playing.
Oh yeah,
that's when I
would go on Pokemon Go walks for a long time after. I never stopped until I never really stopped until I
went all the way through that first really cold December. I was still going out even in the middle of the night, really cold. I just want to catch Pokemon still.
And you guys were going strong, and I had dropped off. And then everyone stopped playing because, it was like when Johto was out for a little bit, or maybe even a little bit before that, and everyone's like, okay, enough of this game.
Yeah,
and
sucks.
And then I picked up again right around when, like a day or two before Rayquaza came back. Or when Rayquaza first came out, rather.
You mean the third impact?
Yeah, the third impact. and I turned the game, and like there are these things called raids, and there's a ton of like new social features. I think it's completely different, and the game is like really, really fun now. There's hardly ever any glitches or any like retarded shit like that. There's a few now that friends are out and friends doesn't work as well as it should, but whatever. It's mostly fine, and there's barely any like game-breaking glitches. And there's so many features that incentivize you meeting new people in real life. It's fucking great. I absolutely adore it. Too bad San Diego kind of sucks for the game, and it's not very fun here because no one talks to one another. But in Boston, that shit's great. Oh, wait. Teams. Hashtag Team Yellow. Hashtag Team Yellow. Instinct.
No, Team Mystic.
Yeah, I was Mystic. I was Mystic as well.
Of course you're a Mystic.
Yeah,
man.
Tom, Mystic. Yeah.
Oh, we should have a fucking
what
war.
can I say? Articuno is the best bird.
That's not even true.
It is true. The other ones look like shit, and you know it.
No,
No,
Articuno has a
you're
long,
retarded.
tall head, and Zapdos is funny. He's a funny boy.
Zapdos is a fucking big bird ass motherfucker.
Exactly, that's why I love him. That's why
and Moltres is a
Sesame
rubber
Street.
chicken that's on fire.
Moltres does suck.
Hippo, I think I've told you before, but I routinely listen to your Pokemon Go minuscule review just like regularly, just like every other week or so. I love that video. It's my
I
favorite.
also have rewatched it because you've said that, and you said like Ethan really likes it as well, and I've rewatched it and I agree. Like it has something like undeniably great that I don't do anymore. I don't know how to recapture that gold.
I don't know if you heard, Ben, but because due to shenanigans that are too long to discuss, but basically the entire worldwide community of Pokemon Go has completed a set of like ARG challenges that Niantic has presented for us, and ergo we have unlocked a special bonus in the game. And next weekend, Shiny Articuno will be out in raids. Shiny.
What color is Shiny? Is he the yellow?
No, he's like icy blue. He's like more light blue, and he looks cool.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I know. It's sick.
I do not have any legendaries. I've never caught a legendary.
I've
Wow,
got 2
small time.
Articunos from last week.
I have 3. I'm a fucking big boy. I think I'm the what level are you guys? I'm 32.
I'm
I don't know, like
26.
I think I'm probably like 26 too.
Get fucked,
Oh, I'm not even.
Well,
close
yeah,
to that.
well, get fucked yourself.
dude.
That's all I have to say. The annoying thing about like where I live is there's one park and there's like 5 Pokestops, and if I want to do anything, I need to like take the train into the central London where it's like unbelievable amounts of Pokestops and there's too much stuff. But like it's still a day trip in, and it's expensive, and I don't want to do it every day, but I want to do it every day because there's so many Pokestops. So it's like I could either play normally, just have a nice walk and not take it too seriously, or I could take it incredibly seriously and take the train every day, which I kind of want to do, but I can't because it's too much time investment.
Look, you gotta be the best, like no one ever was. So get your bitch ass on that.
Oh, you're right. I will do it now.
That's why you know what this ties back into what we were saying before. The reason why Boston's so good for Pokemon Go is that you can just ride everywhere you want because that's good public transport. Pokemon Go and public transport are inherently linked.
Speaking of Pokemon, I hope you're all excited for the first ever Muck League tournament. The first ever New Los Angeles City, aka Neo Milwaukee Muck League tournament. Are you guys fucking pumped for it?
No.
I know basically nothing about it, and I'm in it, so that shows you how professional. it is.
I am a Muck master. I am deeply involved in the meta. I know all the subtle nuances of raising, breeding, and training Mucks and battling. Did I mention battling?
The subtleties of the Muck trade are not to be trifled with. You are not to underestimate the nuance that goes into training these blobs of gas and goo.
The Muck meta is subtle and nuanced. It is like
It's understated. It's
a
the gentleman's
minute,
sport.
a minute to learn, a lifetime to master. is how I would describe.
Are Grimer's disallowed?
I guess not, but why would you use one?
You use just they have like secret specials,
Little
different
cup.
moves.
Little cup.
No, there's no the Muck League is all mucks. That's the Muck League rule.
No,
there's
but
no little
the
cup.
Muck League little cup though.
The Muck League. I mean, sure, I guess.
The grimy cup.
The grimy cup. That's it. That's canon.
All right. Well, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? But yeah, the tournament it's on the 12th, and we're gonna be commentating it on the Rowdy Fuckers Twitch. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna win. Spoilers. I fucking crush it.
I will probably lose, but that's okay. That's fine. This is not a slime fest. I have no slime on the line. Guys, me and Ben are about to record Right Figures Cop Killers after this. Go watch Right Figures Cop Killers. Do that now. Do that now.
Oh god, I forgot.
All of them?
I forgot
Yeah,
about
all of
that.
them. Oh, are you not prepared?
No, I'm not prepared, but I will explain why later, and we'll probably just have to do it anyway.
Okay, cool. Great.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound like a basic big question, but it's not. Do you guys have anything planned for this summer? Because I have an entire theme. This summer is themed for me. This summer is a new type of experience. It's the summer of pain. Because my mom
Okay.
has recently retired. At least she's retired. She's got a retirement bonus, and due to her poor money money management skills and also her extreme generosity, she's offered to take the family on several trips. And these trips are numerous, but also I have many things I need to get done this summer. I have many projects that I have deadlines in my brain for, and so I have to manage my time between absolute decadency and pigging out on vacations in various foreign countries such as Hawaii and Italy. So I'm going there, but whenever I'm not there, I have to work harder than I've ever worked before in my entire life, and it's just been resulting in me waking up, typing things in Google Docs, and drawing little character designs, and then passing out after 15 hours of just straight doing nothing else other than that. And it's been a great experience. It's a summer of pain where I balance the excruciating work agony that I place myself every single day in, and then the absolute decadence of being on vacation and seeing my friends and going weird places. That's what this entire summer is.
My plan for the summer is to enter a kind of zen-like state where time passes without me even noticing. During which art gets made, while I fucking don't even know about it. Yesterday I fucking hopped on Twitch, on St. Comics Twitch, and I fucking banged out the first new Vapors page in a while. Threw that up on my fucking Patreon, and I'm like, yes, I'm back. I'm fucking back. It's happening again.
Vapors 3 lives.
I have a similar
Vapors 3 soon.
Dream.
Vapors 3 is coming.
Did I say dream?
Domain.
I said plan. Plan for the summer. I have big plans. At the moment, I have a whiteboard in my room, and I haven't shown anybody this in an image or a video because it has I've written down the entire end of Bale Jape and exactly what happens in what order, and I'm currently going through. And when I've done drawn a panel or an event, I rub it off the board, so soon it'll be clear, and then I can fill it with a whole other thing that I'm doing. But I want to finish Bale Jape. I want to get some Hippocrit videos pumping out, doing all that stuff. I'm organizing my life. I'm getting used to using calendars for the first time in my entire life.
That's some
By
next
actually
level shit.
setting reminders. Everybody says, all the phone apps and the things, BAPs and they say set reminders and notifications, and I'm like, no thanks. But this time I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I'm doing it and I'm smart, and I'm a good boy, and I'm a big boy, and I'm not gonna shit around for a whole other summer.
Do it.
And I'm not gonna play World of Warcraft, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work hard.
Uninstall World of Warcraft. Never again. Never return.
I uninstalled it every year.
I also have to get used to calendars where I've actually funnily enough, someone actually gifted me the Homestuck calendar this last Christmas. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And it's just been wasting away. But I've actually broken it out for the summer of pain, so I can see how many days I have to work with. And it's kind of weird being aware of your surroundings. It's bizarre knowing what's happening in your life. Whereas before I would just have to guess like, oh yeah, I'm recording something in like 2 days, I think, at like 3. But no, I just write it down and it will be there. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing something tomorrow. I know my life is in my own hands.
It's like a second brain
I'm not a passive passenger.
Yeah,
I'm actually doing things in my life.
It feels good to have even just a little bit of a plan of like, yes, during this day I will do this vague thing. Like even that is nice to just know. All right, because like I've mapped out my days. At the moment, I'm doing like YouTube stuff. And then also like writing stuff, like writing for secret projects that I don't know, I don't really kind of talk about, but like for like other real big boy things, such as scripts for TV and film. Lol.
Sick.
So I've mapped out my days. Like okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will do this, and then Tuesday, Thursday, I will do the other thing. And by switching to and fro, I will keep things fresh, but also be making progress every day and not be doing the same thing for days on end. You know, like every time I get stuck on something, the next day I'm going to be doing something else anyway. So like, it's not a problem. Mm-hmm. And it's been working pretty well so far.
The beauty of having multiple projects, I do not space my time like you do. I probably should. That's probably for the best. But it's kind of, for me, it just, I know I have to work for this certain amount of hours every single day because this is how much I've calculated is a good idea. And so I'll do this for like, you know, like 10 hours or something or whatever. It's just not, however many hours. But the beauty of having multiple projects is that a lot of the time in my youth, I would start something and then I would have everything open and I would be working, and then I would hit like a stump or some sort of block, and I would be like, I don't want to do this, or like this is really hard, and like nothing's coming to me right now, and I can't get the juices flowing, and then I would just sit there twiddling my clip, thinking about how hard it is for like an hour or something, wasting time. But now I just realized when shit's not happening right now. I don't want to waste my time. I'm just going to do my other project while I wait for my brain to refuel so I can do the other thing. So I've never had moments where I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to do this. It's always, I'm constantly making things, and I'm not afraid to switch off of something and do something else in the meantime while I recharge my spirit.
I mean, the way I do it is like, it's easier to swap after a night of sleep. Because, like, if I try to swap during the day, I'm constantly thinking, maybe I shouldn't have swapped. Maybe if I waited for another couple of hours, I would have figured it out, what I was trying to do. And the previous project I was doing in the morning is still in my mind as I'm trying to switch to a different project in the afternoon. So, like, I like to, even if I can't get anything done that day because it was a bad day, I instead, I try my best, and then if I can't get anything done, that's that. That day it's done, but at least I tried. Next day, I know that I'm flipping. I know that I'm doing something else. And by the time it comes to the day after that, it's usually like, oh yeah, I can do this. And then, because I don't like leaving like niggling thoughts in the back of my head of like, oh, maybe this or maybe that. I want to have a good old sleep before. Just like slice my time in half. Slice moments of life with sleep. Days, I think they're called.
I would do that, but going to like laying down in bed is always the worst experience of my entire life. It's the scariest thing I have to deal with day in, day out, because every time I lay down in bed, I'm like, did I do enough today? Did I spend my time wisely? Am I on track? Am I not on track? What am I doing wrong? How should I kill myself? And I just have to have thoughts like that, like routinely, just over and over again until I like somehow fall asleep. So I don't ever want to sleep if I don't have to.
Dude, when I feel like that, which is often, I go outside and I have a midnight walk and I catch a Pokemon or two on the way.
I would like to do that. I don't think my area is very good. I live in a little bit of a shanty town, a little bit. I live on the outskirts of society.
Would you get stabbed?
I would get maybe a rape or two, like one or two.
When I get done recording shit today, I might go out for a little Pokemon jaunt and just catch a couple, because I know that you can catch some around my house, like around the corners. They appear.
They appear in your nightmares at the corner of your eye. You can't feel
in the periphery of my consciousness. Yeah. Shit, I was gonna say something else. About sleep. Yeah, I hate going to sleep because going to sleep is like admitting that I'm done for the day, and then
I know. Oh yeah.
And it's never enough. I've never done enough.
Dude.
But you know what? So earlier this week, I was revamping my website to make it easier to edit in the future, and also to add Beastcapades, right? Which is there now. Beastcapades, or what is done of it, is on saintcomics.com, baby. Anyway,
finally, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it took me so fucking long. Like, it took me way longer than I thought it would. Partially for like technical reasons, partially just because there was like just that much that needed to be changed for it, but also. So, yeah, I was trying to do it, because I went into this project thinking it would be maybe, like, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 hours to get this all done. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I'm doing it for, like, 10 hours straight. Yeah. And then it's, like, you know, it's really late in the night, and it's, like, 3 a.m., and I'm, like, way past my bedtime, and, like, I've been awake for, like, 24 hours straight, and I'm like, but I'm not done yet. So I just keep going, and I just don't sleep, and I work, work all through that night, and, like, all the next day, and, you know, it ends up taking me 3 full days to do it, and partially, that's just... Now, you might say, well, I stayed up all night, so I got 8 hours to work on it that I didn't get, but I was going real slow by the end there. I was, like, you know, I was getting easily distracted, I was, like, losing my focus, forgetting what I was doing. I don't think that I saved time. Get this guy. Newsflash, guys. Incredible fucking hot take from Ben Saint. Sleeping is good for you, and if you don't sleep, you will be unfocused and unable to do things at peak efficiency.
Yeah.
Ben, that is like hashtag just teen things, what you've just said to me. That is like the most relatable thing I've ever felt, because whenever I'm sleeping, I've been working for a really long time, and it's always like I've gotten to the point where it's where I start to feel the experience that I explained before, where it's like, oh, I'm stuck here. There's a creative problem here that I'm not thinking of the solution, because it's been like 10 hours since I started working on this exact one project, and now I'm all burned out. And then after a while, I just have to admit, like, listen, it's like 3 a.m. I have to go to bed.
I'm not getting anything done this way.
Yeah. You're not getting anything done, and there's no reason to be awake. But that's the worst. That's the worst feeling, is when like, you walk away defeated.
Bad, but it's what you gotta do.
It's like when you're on a streak in like Overwatch or something, like you're doing a lot of like competitive games over and over again. You're on a high streak, and then you lose one, and you're like, well, I guess I should go to bed now.
Yeah,
I lost one. But I lost one. So I feel like I'm an asshole, and like I've lost my entire life.
The worst.
To get over this sort of exact feeling, I've just accepted that when I'm mad and I'm done, rage quitting is okay and should be done like regularly. Mm-hmm. Like if you feel the need to rage quit, do it. Don't be worried about like people calling you a little baby.
My problem with rage quitting,
people who don't even know what you're doing right now and have no way to judge you.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, Finn. I have too. I'm just saying it's, you know, it's funny. It's funny that our brains think that way.
When I rage quit like art, the problem is I just keep thinking about it even after I've raged. Like I get it out, but then it's still there, and then I'll just go back and keep working on it. Like I can't stop. I have this this tism of just like it has to be fixed.
There's definitely a balance for like if you're thinking like I'm so close, but I think the main thing is like if you're tired, just go to bed. Like, if you can't keep your eyes open, then stop.
I'm pretty good at sleeping. There's no reason
to keep pushing.
I hate it, but it feels good, so that usually overrules.
I don't really go to bed until I'm, like, having trouble keeping my eyes open. And maybe that's... I mean, I don't really go to bed late. I just sort of am sleepy a lot of the time. But, like, I don't go to bed at, like, my bedtime. I just go to bed when I feel done for the day. So I don't really have all these problems. I used to. I definitely used to have all of these problems. I don't know why or how it changed. But I just sort of like, okay, I'm tired. Well, I'll figure it out. Rage quit life.
I definitely like especially nowadays in the summer of pain, I've definitely come to the conclusion, like, you know, when it hits like specifically around like 11 to 12:30, that's definitely like the graveyard of my productivity for that day. That's definitely when I start to do my worst. and you know, I start to feel like rage quitty. So I definitely like now where I want to maximize all the time. The sooner you go to bed, the sooner you can wake up. So around there, I set my hard bedtime.
Yeah, you gotta just accept. You just gotta accept that it's what has to happen,
You have to
and then
accept
make
your
good
fucking
on it.
pitiful
Don't be
state
don't
to
be a
do better
coward.
tomorrow.
Get some sleep.
It's the hardest thing you can do, but you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Do we have anything else? This was pretty good. This
Yeah.
felt pretty good. This felt like refreshing. This felt like I was engaging in a conversation that was not blowing me by. This felt like I was actually participating in an evolving conversation that mattered if I was there or not, and like it wasn't just completely dependent on a few select members steamrolling things and all approaching a topic from various different angles.
Yeah, it was great.
felt
We'll send you your court summons tomorrow.
Smash cut to me being kicked from the PCP next week.
Oh no.
Hey, nothing like I wanted to talk about dogs because I've got a dog. It's nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
But, like he's a puppy and he's a very funny puppy boy and he likes rolling upside down on his back and like I grab his paws and he does a funny little like puppy movement and he's really cute and he's adorable and I love him. And I feel like I was wondering about like crazy cat ladies and why it's always crazy cat ladies and not crazy dog ladies.
Oh my god.
And it's because dogs force you to be real people. It's like dogs train you to be like a parent but without having to have a kid. You have to take care of it, and it loves you. But you have to go outside. You have to do things. It can't work on its own. It's not a person. It's not a cat. A cat is like another person.
Cats are like passive ownership. They take care of like 99% of their own shit.
Cats are like roommates. You
Yeah.
give them a little bit of food, and then you can stroke them, and that's their rent money. And but dogs, they're fucking stupid idiots, but they're adorable and they're great. And I like them.
I don't like either one. I think that dogs are just like, you have to fucking micromanage a dog. It's ridiculous. Like in hindsight, like I owned dogs as a kid, and it's like it wasn't so bad because there were 5 people in my family, so we split like walking duties. But like, you gotta, like, take your dog out to shit, like, multiple times a day? Are you fucking kidding me? No. Never. And cats are just, what, I don't see the appeal. They're cute, I guess.
I think, like, dogs, definitely it's easier when there's multiple people in the house. Like, I don't own a dog, it is the family dog, and it's, like, I've never picked up the poopy and put it in the bag yet. I've avoided that by just not taking him on walks when he's likely to be doing that, and I've gotten away with it. Mum usually has the poopy bags. I'm like, yeah, you do it.
Very good.
You do it, and not me. And that, like, as soon as I have to do that, I'll be like, fucking dogs suck. I fucking hate dogs. I'll come in, I'll just shit all over my hands.
I have numerous dogs. My family has, and I hate them. I hate them.
Well,
with
they
all
bark
my
a
heart.
lot.
I hate pets. I hate pets, and I never will.
Okay. I like pets. I like animals, but my dogs specifically are demons, not of their own ill will. Not they have done nothing wrong. The problem with my dogs is that primarily my mom has trained them, and no ill wish on my mom, but she's one of the people that's like, squirting dogs with water is abuse. And, like, that's too harsh on them. Yeah. So, predictably, the dogs are not trained at all. Like, they have no training. They have no sense of, like, you tell them no, they won't stop, because they aren't trained to know that no means no. They are rapists by design.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, my dog, it was starting off like that, like it would chew on everything, and my mom was like trying to, like, she heard somewhere that if you give it a treat when it's doing the right thing, then it will do the right thing. You don't have to punish it. And I continually saw him being a cunt, like deliberately being a little shit, and knowing that he could get away with things. And I was like the first one to punish him, I picked him up and I put him in his little dog cage and I locked it and I didn't let him out even when he whined. And when he calmed down, then I let him out, and he immediately after that, like, things have been like as soon as that was like established as a thing. Like, if he tries to jump up at the table and take our plates of food, you put him in the cage, and he's like, "Wah! I want your food. I want it. I'm entitled to that food. It smells nice, and no." And he's been getting good. He's a good boy now.
Here's the thing about fucking dogs. Is that they love it. They love being trained. They love having discipline. That's what dogs were bred for. Was to
they're like Pokemon.
Be rewarded. Yeah, exactly.
They need a human to dominate them so they can reach their full potential.
Yeah, I give him some dog candies. True. I power him up, and then I take him to the gym.
Yeah,
it's actually true. So there's no reason to be like, oh, you can't punish dogs, when that's what they've been. They've evolved to do that. They've evolved to take punishment and learn from their mistakes and have discipline. That's actually true. It's real.
Yeah. Like, if they didn't take punishment, you tell them no, and then he fucking bites your hand off. Yeah. Like, dogs don't do that. They are like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know." Fucking cucks.
But they knew.
Whenever you meet a bad dog, just know that the owner has fucked up and they don't want to train it right. And they're doing like weird, bizarre practices where they're trying to hype the dog up and they have weird power dynamics. It's just retarded. Dogs are all great if you just know how to train them and if you're patient and you know you're a good leader. And a lot of people don't. They either like dogs because they're cute and they're like, yeah, I could use a dog right now, and they just get one flippantly and they're like, well, hello dog, welcome to the house. I don't want to train you.
Yeah,
I don't want to take
people
you on
who
walks
treat animals like stuffed animals are the worst. Like, no, it's not here to be a comfort item.
Yeah,
like, you gotta take responsibility.
That's why I was thinking about like crazy cat ladies, because the cats are stuffed animals that you just have to feed occasionally.
Yeah.
And like if somebody owns a cat, I'm like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. But if they own a dog, then I'm like, okay, this person's cool. This person clearly knows something, unless the dog is like crazy and rabid. Like if the dog is just like a normal dog, then I'm like, okay, I can trust this human being because they know what they're doing. Yeah. They have some semblance of like discipline and order in order to discipline the dog.
My cousin in Denver, who's a stoner, that rivals Digi, and he's high 24/7. And he quote unquote draws, but I've seen his sketchbook, and it literally, not a joke. This is not funny. It literally just is a lot of like naked girls with poor anatomy and the middle school S drawn over and over again. That's all his sketchbook is.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. He has like 3 big dogs. He's like a pit bull and like a German shepherd and some other one. But funnily enough, he actually has trained them really well, and they're actually really well behaved, and they don't fuck around with anything, and they don't jump up on anything, and you know, he can tell them to do things, and they'll listen to him. So even a stoner can do it. You have no excuse. You have no excuse, you fucking cucks who don't want to raise a hand to a dog. They need it. They love it. They want to serve you. Let them be your slave. They desperately want it. Fuck people who don't think dogs are
no
slaves.
No interest in pets of any kind.
They're cool.
They're dumb.
There's just too much effort.
Cool.
I respect my time too much to waste it training an animal.
Yeah, I don't mind people who like don't have the time, but like implicitly, like in my brain, if I see somebody with a dog, I respect them just a little bit more than like a random person who doesn't have a dog or is walking a cat or something.
Wait, walking a cat?
I see that and I'm like, don't you have anything better to do? It's not that I don't have the time. It's that I don't want to spend any time because I don't see what I get out of it.
You get a cute dog that you can waggle his face.
Great. Throw it in the fucking garbage.
He's got floppy ears, and you can move the floppy ears around, and then you can pick him up, and you can.
That's not gonna get me any subscribers.
Whatever. I might enjoy petting a dog maybe once a month.
This random person on the street will not benefit my subscriber base in any way. I see no reason to vlog it, aka recognize it as reality. There's no reason to engage with this person if I can't vlog.
It's not about engaging with. No. It's about owning. I'm talking about owning a dog. Like owning a dog, I would get to pet the dog. But what am I gonna pet the dog every day? Fucking, I'll get bored. I'm gonna get bored of that shit.
I think
I'll just be petting this dog. I'll be petting this hypothetical dog, and I'll just be like, Again, and like the same as yesterday.
Lapdogs have been so cucked from every aspect of their fucking life. They've been evolved to be these shitty little things, and pugs can sneeze their eyeballs out, and they've been deformed, and all their spines are fucked up, and they've just been made smaller and smaller, so they're cuter and cuter, and their bodies function less and less. And on top of that, the people who buy lap dogs are always the ones who don't want to punish dogs, so there's just these shitty little barking assholes. They just roam around sneezing their eyeballs out and barking at strangers from across the door, and I hate them. It's just a sign. It's just a sign that the person who's done this is a jerk and a meanie, and I don't like them because they're supporting pugs sneezing eyeballs out, and also they probably have no backbone or marble fiber. And that's how I feel about such.
I do think pugs are pretty cute.
They're cute.
But you're right.
They sneeze their eyeballs out, though.
Pugs are like a real life meme face that people like bred to look like that. And like he was the original rage face.
He was the original reaction image.
Before they invented tablets, people's canvas was their dog's DNA.
Give it a couple decades, people would have like bred nyan cats to be like real.
Oh my word.
How devilish.
my lord, you guys.
I think that's all I have to say on this episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast. Wasn't this refreshing? Wasn't this nice? This
was nice, and it just talking.
What if
do we want to look at fan art or fan songs?
Oh, fuck!
It's okay. I was just on Twitter, and I think there's only like a couple.
No,
if we look
dude.
In
oh my god, I was so happy. I was like, wow, this is really organic. Like wow, this was really nice and refreshing, and it was a real breeze, and it was real nice to hang out with my friends and actually, connect with them on a real level and see what they're doing in their lives. This was really refreshing and great. Oh, we have to do the segment.
Oh, shut your pie hole! It's great. It's gonna be fucking great. Here.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna start posting shit. I'm gonna start posting shit in the. What?
Yeah. Before we get onto this, I will say. We need to make art apologies real. We have all the boys here.
Yes, we really do.
Our apologies.
Our apologies will be like the PCP, but without the stupid stuff at the end. Not that it's stupid, but
we've been softcore waiting for you to be all settled in, and you seem to be all settled in now. So we knew that.
I totally can do it now. That's right. We were gonna do it like a long time ago.
And then the moon happened and shit, and you were trapped in Econ's jail.
Yeah, it was what a fucking mess the last month was.
Dude, this month has been shit for me.
It was really funny.
Was it funny? I guess it was pretty funny. Yeah, but I'm back. I'm settled now. It's all good.
So we have some fan art. One of them is from Chip Wiseman. It's Mage is tiger.
Is that what that is?
The next one is
Munchie.
What?
I know you hate fan art.
No,
I know you hate our fans.
No, speak, go. What do you have to say?
No, I don't have anything
No,
to say either.
guys, Hippo's the floor. All right, settle down, guys. Settle down. Hippo has the floor. He's the spotlight. Come on.
I really like fan art. I like the mage thing with the tiger. It's good, yes. I have nothing to say.
I like how 2 weeks on, the meme still lives. It's got some vitality to it.
Then we have a whole bunch that are all going to be put up on screen by Gabriel the Starman. He's done one of every single member so far.
Wait. Has he done everyone?
Yes.
Oh shit! Where are they?
I see. He did Hippo, Mage, Nate.
I guess I just assumed that people would take the initiative and just go to his.
I've been off Twitter for a very long time. I haven't been looking at anything.
Well, it's all there.
All right, which ones have you not
look at those.
seen? Yeah. Just I don't want to fucking post all these individuals. Just go to his fucking Twitter.
Yeah. Yes.
Mine is really great, and someone posted it in my Discord, and I was very pleased. And then I looked and I saw that there was a whole series, and I was like, "Damn, dude."
Damn, Daniel.
Do you mean damn as in like, oh, I'm not the special one. He was just doing everybody.
Yeah, I was really mad.
That's okay. Mad. He didn't do me, so everyone got one.
Oh, that's right. He didn't do some.
Shit.
I knew it. I knew he didn't do everyone.
So I see how it is.
The
Gabriel.
The special thing about this is that this guy also made the same sort of thing for arm retrieval, and those ones were really great. He did one where it was all of the arm retrieval members taking down various villains of Homestuck, and that was great. So I remember that. I remember he was Gabriel.
Was I in those?
That guy.
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't remember. I don't think so.
I'm checking all of his images.
You've done good, Gabriel. You've done good.
Yeah, I like these a lot.
We've got by Slam Ran. Is this Sixten? Is this like the Sixten? Yeah. This is Sixten. Hey, Sixten.
Sixten.
The famous rowdy musician.
Yeah. A creator of such memorable tracks as "Hunt the Night Miners" and "Extra Cheese, Please."
The hip hop hegemon.
Available now on the Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers Bandcamp page.
Oh, is that the Not a Single Mexican Shall Pass?
Yes. Well, right.
That was funny. Wasn't it funny when we thought Mexicans weren't people, Munchie?
I don't even remember what this is reference to. Yes, it was.
I think we were talking about
we were talking about how
Walmart
not allowing
giving
Mexicans
stuff to Mexico.
Be there.
I don't think I was even on that episode.
I don't think you were. No.
Lol.
We were too scared to say it in front of you.
Yeah. Then there's this piece where it's Nate as an egg. It says hard boiled.
Oh, that's because I said that one thing.
Yep, we did talk about that.
Cool. and
that's a pretty nice egg.
I actually kind of like the lines on this.
It reads like both Nate's face and an egg at the same time. It works.
I thought he just had a big chin, but yes,
it's a very tall egg.
Yeah, from a long bird.
Then we have by Smirks Hidden for some mage. There's a cat there, and then it's mage, and there's some Japanese shit. I assume it says "Watch Chibibakas on the Pro Crastinators channel." I assume that's what it says.
Yeah,
for sure.
Wait, where is that?
It's scroll down. Just keep scrolling down.
Are you looking on Twitter or is it in the chat?
The fan art chat.
What?
It's near the bottom.
It's not that hard.
The fan
it's
chart.
The second to last one.
Sorry, I scrolled way the fuck up.
Oh, I said down.
No, the last thing here is a link to Gabriel the Starman.
What's right above it?
Oh, right. Well, I saw that before. Why did you waste my time with this shit?
That's all. I have to announce that we're doing questions in the questions bar.
Wait. What about fan songs? What about themes? PCP themes?
Yeah, I know. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Wait. What about
it? He's asking them to
what
send questions, and then we're gonna do themes while they send questions, and then we'll do questions.
Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get.
Wait, what do you mean a minute? Where are you going?
I need some Mio energy. I just need some.
No,
you
don't.
I'm really thirsty.
Guys, in the comments, please tell us if you enjoyed the way the podcast was going until the segments. Please tell us if the segments has ruined your mood, because we want to destroy them as much as you do. But if you like them, then I guess we're trapped.
I don't mind.
And we're gonna die.
Here we're gonna play the first one without Ben because I don't know why he just left in the middle of a fucking segment. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. We have no sympathy on the Pro Crastinators channel. You guys are my business partners. We are not friends. We are business associates, and we clock in at our 9 to 5 when we phone it in. So here we go. Here's by Balls Deep 69. Fuck it. I'll do this later.
It's a rockin' song. Thank you.
This is actually singing. I don't want to just running the board.
Fuck it, I'll do this later.
That was pretty.
Wait, what was that? What was that at the end there?
He said, "Fuck it, I'll do this later."
Okay.
Like, he had all this music, and he was like, yeah. But like that, it's funny because Pro Crastinators, like, haha,
Yeah.
I didn't finish it.
Until the end, I was like, it doesn't sound specific to us enough, but it does have that at the end. Well, that was real good. It was real good.
It was
Balls
competently
Deep
made.
69.
It was a song. Yeah, all right.
I like the snare drum. It sounded like you were slapping a sandal to another sandal. It was like bap. It was a bit of generic rock.
Sure.
Like it felt like
Yeah.
a Quake game sort of thing.
But they made this sweet little video explaining, who did what and who played what instrument, and they sent a tweet to us. And I would like it if whoever was doing the show notes, maybe me, maybe not, could link to this tweet because it's quite nice. And they're like, "Hey, we like the Pro Crastinators podcast. Here's a song we made," and it's like 3 people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where is
Well,
it?
shit. Where can I find it?
Oh, here I will link it in chat right now.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, it's like people and stuff. They play
there's,
instruments.
Like, dudes. It's like
Yeah.
they're dudes or something.
It actually is like that.
It's almost like they're
It's
real humans.
okay at ArmChivalCon 3.
Since when did our audience get so fucking punk heavy metal?
I like it. At
Yeah.
ArmChivalCon 3, there were these 2 people. I'm sorry I forgot your names. I'm really sorry. From Virginia, and they were talking to me, and I'm like, and they were like, "Yeah, like I love the PCP. I love this one from the PCP. Like, yeah, that's really funny. You guys did a good job." And I'm like, "What? There are like humans I can meet in like the real world that have seen the podcast. Like I usually don't think about it, but like there are a lot of humans that watch this show. Like people with like hearts and souls."
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Here's a fun thing. Send us a selfie of you as a human being.
Yeah. I want to see some faces. I want to see your faces.
I want to see the face of the PCP fans.
Yeah. Like, how about like hashtag? What's a good hashtag? Hashtag
PCP selfies. Simple enough.
We are the PCP fans. Hashtag
No.
me too. Hashtag me too, as in I also watch the PCP.
yeah. Hashtag me too, as in I also watch the PCP. That's the official hashtag. Hashtag me too, as in I watch the PCP.
No, that's confusing.
No, it's decided, but it's decided. Here's the next
Just
theme.
send it to the Twitter just in case.
Wait, one more time. Me too, as in I watch the PCP.
as well.
Yeah,
right.
that will work.
Okay, there we go.
Here's by Wings of Strife, PCP intro main entry.
Come on, everyone, sit down on this
shit.
end so that you can procrastinate along with me. You know I'm supposed to be working, but instead I'm watching PCP.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
It sounded.
That has a lot going.
It sounded
for it.
real.
That was
So
really
that sounded
short.
like a.
It was
That
catchy.
sounded like a radio jingle.
Yeah.
Like,
I
and now
li-
onto
I
the
like
Pro
that one a
Crastinators
lot.
podcast. Dilly diddly dee, PCP ding, and here we are. That works.
I really like that one. I think
That one might be top of the list for me.
Yeah,
I don't know whether top of the list. I do like it though.
I like the concept of it. The execution could be a little bit better.
Okay, just
I like how short it is.
I'm
and
reading.
I like how
I'm reading the
plain
tweet
it
here.
is.
It says, "I also provided 3 other versions for your convenience and utility. You'll find them linked in the descriptions
what?
of the main entry."
Wait, okay.
Hold on. Let me investigate this. So there's an instrumental, then there is instrumental, then words, 1 loop each. Then there is an instrumental with 3 loops exactly. So I guess it's just in case we need it to be a looping thing.
That is handy.
That is
Yeah,
very
that's
handy. That's
good.
actually really nice. I think this is the first.
I'll-
I think this is the person that's realized the sort of like
Like what we're looking for.
yeah for what we're looking for in the sense that how we want an intro to be.
Okay.
This is
I mean,
the first like real intro.
this is the first. It's 15 seconds long, which is like. I mean, I think the ideal intro is like 5 seconds, but this is like most of the entries we get are like a minute long, 2 minutes or whatever. which is great and everything.
I'm remembering that one from last time where it was like made up of like news reports of people saying the word PCP and stuff.
Yes.
And I like that like feeling. If that was like 15 seconds.
It's good.
If only we had something else. Is basically what I'm saying.
You monster.
Then we have this by famous person Ben Smeals. Ben Smeals is here. I quite like the,
wait, Ben Smeals is a real person?
Yeah, and I quite like the.
I thought he
cover
was just a
art.
cruel joke at my expense.
No, he's real.
This picture.
This is a Sonic level.
It's a Kirby level, bro.
Oh no, I failed it as a game.
I don't know if that's a PCP intro, but I'm definitely saving that and using that for my own devices. I definitely love that.
Make sure not to give credit to Ben Smeals because he's a slur against him.
look at that! Look at that cover! Look at that cover!
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
Show notes guy, show the cover. Editor, show the cover, or something. Whatever.
Delicious. It didn't really have a whole lot.
Wait. Is this Ben Smeals by Dune-kun, or is this Dune-kun by Ben Smeals?
Oh wait.
Oh, you nerd. Ben Smeals is the name of the song.
Wait, why? Why is that the name of the song?
Because I apparently Smeal.
Well, okay. That's fine.
Ben Smeals Daily.
What if Ben Smeals is Dune-kun?
No. Ben Smeals is merely a statement of fact.
Okay. Well, I liked it.
I did like it. But I don't know about it as an intro.
Then we have the.
I would put it in the PC. I would use it in stuff. Anyway,
we have this by Alex Siebel.
Oh yeah. It's Alex.
Where am
I would recommend watching the video as well.
It says PCP. I've never seen anything this beautiful in my entire life. I wonder what happens if I touch it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god.
This is transcendent. Holy shit.
If I keep fucking around, I'll never make anything decent for the contest. Fuck.
Oh,
that was
dude,
cool.
That was really cool.
Here's what you do, Alex. You take the stems of that song, you keep everything exactly the same in that song, but you change the words PCP to RFCK, and then you send that to the RFCK and win a contest instantaneously.
Yeah, you'll be on album number 2. Wait, Alex, you wrote a song, and I think it is not on the Discord. You wrote a song, and it did not make it onto the first Rowdy Fuckers fan album, but I want it. I want it on there. You know what? I don't know why I'm asking you this publicly on the PCP. I could just fucking send you a Discord message, but I find this to be a more fun and interesting way of going about shady backroom dealings.
In the most public way possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the themes we have so far. I think the best one of this batch was probably 15-second one, followed closely by the I Am Quesadilla.
Yeah.
Which one was Iron Quesadilla?
The one with the three, the three caballeros.
Oh yeah, Iron Quesadilla, not I Am Quesadilla.
No, I Am Quesadilla. I Am Quesadilla.
Yeah, Iron Quesadilla.
Not
that's
iron. Where are you getting iron from?
If that's what you're saying. You're saying Iron Quesadilla.
I don't know. I don't know what you're going on about, but I will not stand for it whatsoever.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, Wings of Strife. Wings of Strife is on the fucking, like, that's the kind of thing that I want, and that's the kind of thing. I mean, look, we're getting all these really great things, like Alex's song, and the Ben Smeals. Like, these are all really great, and I would use them, but not as an intro, unless maybe like we cut out like a chunk of them.
Guys, I've had like an amazing idea.
Yeah.
What we should do? We get all these themes, and then when the deadline for themes is ended, we have to like choose one, or like we'll pit them against each other. We should assign them to like a Smash Brothers tournament, computer people, and see which theme is the better.
Then we're gonna get some shit meme one.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
I'm just, like they get their one day of like triumph.
It's the PCP theme Royal Rumble. So.
Yeah, but like a Smash Brothers tournament.
We make wrestling characters based on the track art for each song.
And we see who wins, and then that person like becomes like the theme for the next episode. But not like forever. There's like the funny little prize. Or alternatively we could do nothing.
Here's a new section, and by a new section, I mean what I originally wanted the feedback section to be, aka not a hardly defined section, and just a thing that I was thinking about that related to the fan reaction to the last episode that I would bring up because I care about it, and not because I'm obligated to do it because it's now a new section on the show. So, Dane, I recently I was doing like an overhaul of the PCP Patreon lounge because it was kind of languishing and getting dusty, and no one was really talking in it because it wasn't really that entertaining, and there wasn't really a whole lot of room for discussion. So I added both an off-topics chat as well as a suggestions bar for feedback. And we actually got... I did the suggestions chat in the RFCK Discord, but due to the nature of the RFCK, it was all just suggestions for the game of Endless War and a whole lot of meme suggestions.
Wait, what were they supposed to be suggestions for?
Just for, like, actually the show. Like ways to improve the show or the Discord itself.
Okay.
But I did this in the Patreon Lounge, and that sort of thing actually did happen. So there was a lot of like interesting, well-thought-out points regarding the show in various different ways. One of which, by Dane, good friend of mine, I'm going to read this one specifically because it's related to the section of the theme. So, quote from Dane. As you're probably aware, the current PCP theme is iconic. There's a direct correlation between everyone makes between those notes and the Procrastinators as a brand. I think that keeping the old melody as a leitmotif would be a great way to ensure that you don't have to start over in the process of rebuilding a deep association with the brand, as well as avoiding alienating fans with changes that aren't 100% necessary. This would also allow experimentation for known interesting ways to set the mood for the show or situation. It may also be a good idea to use it in either the intro or outro theme, or if there must be a completely new one. Also, you may want to... Oh, it was just in, like, fucking retarded shit. But yeah.
I said that. I just didn't use the word leitmotif when I said it. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Well, that was your biggest mistake.
Yes.
That's where you fucked up.
Professional enough, so I paid no attention at all.
But yeah, I agree with that generally.
Yes, I do as well. Dan, he's on the right.
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary for a theme, but I think that it is not a
it would help the decision if it's like, oh yeah, it's the PCP theme, but it sounds like this.
I didn't initially think about this, but I'll probably want to read a few of these suggestions pretty regularly on the show because they've actually been really insightful, surprisingly. Like, right off the bat, there's been a few that have been, like, a couple paragraphs long by various different people about various different aspects of the show, and all of them were insightful in some way or another. And it was really, actually kind of great to see, so I'm extremely happy about that. And I'll probably read some that I think are interesting or that I think should be passed along to the guys in episodes, so look forward to that. Another one from Dave. What's this? Don't go into every section on every episode. Don't go to every section. But how are we going to community build?
How are we going to build a community? We need to do that.
We have to ban another show. That's how we get the community going.
I mean, the PCP themes one is like kind of, because it's like finite. It will end forever, and we will have done.
I don't know. At this rate, I don't know. If
we already have a deadline for when it stops.
Wait, do we?
July 31st.
Yeah, I forget when it is.
The end of this month.
We got a whole month to go, but
Only
like
4
it
more
will
episodes,
end
and
at
then
some
we're
point.
there. We're done.
So that one we should continue doing until it's over. But like others, we don't always have to do the fan art section if there's not a lot of fan art or like, you know.
We should just allude to it. It should be like, we got some good fan art. We saw it all. There's this piece in particular that I think is interesting that we should bring up. And if not, there's no reason to bring it up. There's no reason to have that segment if there's nothing interesting to say about it. If we're just saying this was good, this was good, this was good.
Yeah.
The questions, new segment, new old segment. Let's just do like one. Let's just fucking do one.
Can we even find a good one?
No, I mean, let's look. Let's look.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Do we look for a pity
none.
question on the Twitter?
Are you looking on Twitter? Should I look on Twitter?
I didn't even ask on Twitter because they're usually not that good. So I just asked in the Patreon lounge.
What's the hashtag PCP questions?
Yeah.
Or ask the PCP?
I think
Hashtag
it's
ask PCP.
Yeah. Oh,
Or is it Ask PCP?
Here's a really great one by Arrowzan. How much would could Munchie munch if Munchie could munch munchies? That's really great. Thank you for typing that. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Questions.
Much.
I got a question. Why do we ask for questions? Isn't that the question? To be answering?
There's this one guy in the Patreon lounge that's literally asking us if we would be a cuck for money. That's really funny. That's actually the question he's asking.
If you're doing it, is it still cuckoldry if you're doing it for money? I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't want to get.
I mean, that's the kind of thing I think about on the daily.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an interesting hypothetical.
Suck my big pee-pee asks prostate massage, yes or no?
Yes.
Definitely.
I feel like we already got that question before too, and answered.
Wait,
it.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
well, my eyes just went right to it. So,
well, that says a lot.
Does the ends justify the means from Chaotic Sloth?
In all circumstances, just blanket statement, yes, of course. There's no way, there's no room for nuance in that question, of course. Yes, capital yes.
Doombox2 asks, Dad? It's
No.
me. It's me, son. It's me. I'm here now.
God.
Go to your fucking room.
I'm here.
And come up with
your
better
dad,
questions,
I'm here on
son.
patreon.com/bensane.
Yes, because all children patron their fathers.
I mean,
That's
how
that's how you get money out of them.
That's how it should be.
Why have a kid if not to make them a patron?
C. Katie asks, if you had to plot the convoluted murder of another PCP member at RadCon 4, who would you kill and how would you do it? Who would be the easiest to kill? You would probably be the easiest to kill, Hippo.
Oh, I don't know. I
don't think
crawl
so.
away. I can crawl away up the walls and over the fences.
Okay, I have an answer to this, but it's pretty. I think it'll be pretty boring. Like, duh. Digi would be the easiest to kill because you'd be high on weed, bro.
You just replace this weed with crack weed.
We just put some fucking we just swap out his weed with some poison weed. Or if failing that, we just wait until he's high and then we sneak up on him and stab him when his reflexes are
I think
are
all of us
limited.
would be easier to kill. I don't think any of us really put up that much of a fight. I mean,
No, that's true.
We're also like vulnerable and squishy. If someone just if someone just got the jump on us, we'd be dead instantaneously just from fear alone.
That's true. Yeah,
we would just piss out all of our organs and brain.
That's why we can never release the location of RadCon 4, because if anyone decided to attack us, like we would fall like dominoes.
We're not prepared for attacks of any kind, assault or other.
We have no fortifications.
We are laid bare on the land.
It's sad, really.
Yeah,
But
it would
really
probably be Digi or Hippo. Nate would probably be the hardest. Nate or me, probably.
Dude, who would win in a fight, Nate or Munchie? Nate's strong, but he's also a bitch.
Nate can't squat for shit. Nate would fall over. Nate just tips over in the slightest breeze. He's all show.
I think Nate would probably win. I think that makes the most sense.
We need to have like a real cage fight.
I don't know. I mean,
Royal Rumble in real life. Kill each other. Like, the winner is the last one alive.
The arena was real
Munchie,
life. Now we need the Royal Rumble in real life.
Munchie, have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, I've been multiple. Did I tell you guys on air or off air? Yeah, I told you on air about how one time a high school junior was bullying me and I was in 4th grade and I beat the shit out of him.
No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yes you did. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, you know what? The fact of life. Yeah, Nate works out and everything, but the fact of life is that just fucking momentum, the height and weight advantage is overwhelming. It kind of doesn't matter if you work out. I think just from size alone, I could see you winning.
You just need to swing a big tree log, whoom, whack him in the head.
Also, Nate's never been in a fight, which
yeah.
neither have I. So I'm not judging or anything, but that's just the cold hard facts of the matter. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure it's true.
I think I've only been in 1 or 2 real fights, and then I've been in a dozen or so fake play fights, but I've still beat the shit out of whoever challenged me.
Now I'm just imagining the same Radcon 3 arena with the GoPros, but instead we're picking up random objects, smashing bottles and going around the house trying to kill each other.
Dude,
that is such a vivid sight in my head, seeing that with the GoPro footage. Everyone just the stakes are so much higher in round 3.
wrestling is honestly the funnest thing in the entire fucking world. The funnest thing to do as a kid when I was in elementary school was I would bring over some friends and we would just all wrestle a hardcore. We would get on my bed and we would all just wrestle as hard as we fucking could. We would push each other against walls. The optimal strat would always to be able to lay on your back and get your legs up and you would be able to kick as hard as you could.
And then we'd kiss a little bit.
Yeah, and then there'd be some,
just for a laugh.
Just to make up, just to make up for the trauma that we've been inflicting on one another.
We take our shirts off.
Well, because then we get too hot. We live in Coronado, so you would just take your shirt off.
We get kind of sweaty, so we'd wipe each other down. We get in the shower together afterwards.
Good times in kindergarten.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, the pause.
There's no more questions. There's nothing more to say.
Except go to patreon.com/
oh my god. Yeah.
The PCP.
The Procrastinators.
Procrastinators.
Patreon.com/ the Procrastinators. I think.
Go to the red bubble, go to the blue bubble, go to all the different bubbles we have. Many bubbles in the description. Click on all the bubbles. They're funny. They're rainbow colored. Click on all those funny bubbles. And goodbye.
Go to rfck.buru.org.
Go to
bandcamp.rowdyfuckerscopkillers.com or whatever.
Watch Chibi Backers, watch the Poddycast, watch the Ponycast, watch Ziggycast, watch my streams on Twitch, give me huge wads of cash, gold bars, please.
Bye.
I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to